Welcome to the Vibe Check Radio podcast. I'm your host with the most, Kid Skies. Let's just jump into it. So, the remake culture, right? Because we have to discuss this because remakes are coming left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right. It's like today's culture, today's world lacks originality. So they want to remake stuff that is already established. So the reason for this podcast episode really is because I seen that they're basically going to remake Naruto. An anime that's been out for decades, right? And we're not talking about Shippuden. We're talking about Part One Naruto. So they basically remade this. I don't know why they did that. And it's like, why can't these people enjoy the classic Naruto? That was peak Naruto, you know what I'm saying? Hand drawn. Not this digital drawn shit. I'm not against it because sometimes the digitally drawn shit is cool, but when it's hand crafted, hand designed, you can't beat that. That's peak right there. You know what I'm saying? So this remake culture has really been taken off like a rocket, if you ask me. Um, every day they're remaking something. You know what I'm saying? Just like with video games, remaking this, remaking that, remaking this, remaking that. And it's like, if this game already has a fan base, why do you keep remaking the same thing over and over and over again? It's just like Dark Souls. They remake Dark Souls every time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, just let the game die. Or if it ain't Dark Souls, then it's Skyrim. Let it die. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to keep remaking the same game over and over and over again. Maybe if you took the time out to go against the grain, take a chance and take risks, maybe you might have a successful game or a successful show or a successful movie. Remaking something that already has an audience and brand already is just ludicrous to me. You know what I'm saying? So this remake culture is just weird, you know what I'm saying? And people love to sit here and talk about, oh yeah, stop nostalgia, nostalgia this, nostalgia that. Will tell Hollywood and everybody else to stop milking nostalgia, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just what it is. You're milking nostalgia. When you talk about a Naruto remake, it's like, we already know that it's not hand drawn. We know that it is digitally drawn. We know that already. Of course, it's going to look more crispier and cleaner because it's digitally drawn, but it's never going to beat the handcraft shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do stuff with handcraft, it hits differently. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that the people who are making the anime is taking their time handcrafting this. And that's why part one Naruto is still stands up to the test of time. Same thing with Shippuden, you know what I'm saying? But they want to rebrand and basically remake Naruto Part 1, which, I mean, it does look cleaner, but it's never going to beat the original. I'm sorry. It's not nostalgia talking. It's just the truth of it. Just look at all the other remakes that have not stand the test of time. They try to remake Powerpuff Girls, you know what I'm saying? The first time, it flopped. Then they did it a second time. And then when they finally did it a third time, it's okay, but it's never going to beat the original, you know what I'm saying? That's just the truth of it. And it's not nostalgia. It's just the simple fact that it's hand drawn, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. It just seems like these companies just don't understand that it's time to stop milking the already established fan base of these animes, these TV shows, these movies, you know what I'm saying? And last but not least, these video games, you know what I'm saying? Because how many times are you going to try to improve on something that doesn't need improving? You know what I'm saying? It's just ludicrous to me, man. And this is where we're at with all of this today, man. It's sad, but that's where we're at with all of this, man. So, with that being said, how do everybody feel about the remakes and basically milking nostalgia? Because that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to call it is. You know, if it's a spade, it's a spade. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is where we're at with all of this, man. Nostalgia is crazy. You know? It's so good in a way, in a sense that they have no choice but to go back to it a whole bunch of times until the point where people get sick of nostalgia and ask for something new. I mean, I will always love nostalgia, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? But we're past that. You know what I'm saying? It's time for new IPs. It's time for new stuff to happen. It's time for these people in Hollywood or whatever the hell to come up with some new shit to put out, because milking stuff that's already been done and it's already been done correctly, it doesn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it. It's just a simple fact that if you want people to check out Naruto Part 1, they can easily check out Naruto Part 1. I mean, there's no excuse. I mean, you can go look at it on Pluto TV. It has its own channel, even though it's not in English dub, but still, you can see it right there in the rawest form. That's the best way. Or they can look it up on YouTube. There's free anime websites that they can really go on to check out Naruto. Hell, if you want to pay Crunchyroll, go ahead. You can see it that way. Other way it goes, you know, there's ways to see Naruto Part 1. It's not like it's hiding, you know. But like I said, man, they want to milk nostalgia. That's all it's about, man. You know, I get it. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's like, man, if you want to do something, you could have made a prequel, you know what I'm saying? Before Naruto, you know what I'm saying? A whole story based on his dad. Because we still don't know what Manito was like when he was a child. We still don't know his origins and everything like that. Yeah, you can sit there and say, oh, well, there's filler episodes that fill that out. But here's the thing. Why don't you take those filler episodes and remake those and have their own little show? You know what I'm saying? It's just like the manga world. A lot of people don't even know that there was spin-offs. Sasuke had his own spin-off. You know what I'm saying? Asuma's daughter had her own spin-off. You know what I'm saying? You can sit there and do that. So there's no excuse, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't work for Hollywood, so I can't really say too much, but I can give ideas. That's all I can really do, you know what I'm saying? That would be better than remaking something that's already established, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with the current Naruto production. There's nothing wrong with it, so there's no point. Just like the video games, you know, there's nothing wrong with the current production. It's just the simple fact that this is a nostalgia run, you know what I'm saying? To get people who already are fans of this product to rewatch it again. And how can you make the fights even better? How can you do any of that? It's already peaked. It's already there. So I don't get it. All you can really do is make it more cleaner and crispier. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I really got for y'all on this episode of the podcast. Be sure to check out the other episodes of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? And let me know how y'all feel about remakes and remasters in Hollywood that they're pushing out today. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said earlier, they do the same thing with the Dark Soul games. They do the same thing with the Skyrim games. They do the same thing with cartoon shows like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles got like 7 or 8 different reboots. Powerpuff Girls got 7 to 8 different reboots. And there's countless others, you know what I'm saying? They thinking about doing a Yu Yu Hakusho reboot, you know what I'm saying? A Danny Phantom reboot, you know what I'm saying? They just want to reboot everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure SpongeBob had a reboot, you know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know how y'all feel about all these reboots and remasters and everything else in Hollyweird and Hollywood, whatever you want to call it. And that's about it. I appreciate everybody for checking out the episodes of the Vibe Check Radio podcast. We're going strong, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about topics that most other podcasts are not talking about. And one thing that separates this podcast from every other podcast that you listen to, you check out, whatever the case may be, is the fact that we keep it honest over here. We talk about stuff that most other podcasts will not touch on, will not talk about. Fear of losing sponsorships, fear of losing audience, fear of just scared to go against that glass ceiling. But over here, we're going to go against that glass ceiling. We're going to break that glass ceiling. And we're going to basically talk about everything that people that live in the real world can relate to and actually walk away with some type of knowledge and information. So, with that being said, that's it. Appreciate y'all for taking the time out to check out the Vibe Check Radio podcast. Again, I'm the host, Kid Skies. My Twitch, my Instagram is @KidSkies. And that's about it, man. Be sure to check out the channel by hitting the subscribe button as well. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. And also check out the other content on the channel. You may love it, you may not. It doesn't matter as long as you check it out. It's up to you to decide. And that's all I got for y'all, man. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed. And until the next one, I'm out.